Hello everyone, welcome back to tutorial for beginner series. And in last video we covered how to install and set up VS Code. Now in this video we're going to take a look at the settings in VS Code and how you can optimize them to boost your productivity. So again the first thing I'll do is zoom in a little so you can see better. Now to open the settings you can click on this manage bar and here you'll find the settings, and you can also see the shortcut is control plus comma. So let's open the settings and you'll see some of the basic settings first. So we have auto save as off, so I can just change it to after delay, so it saves my file after a delay of some time. Then we have editor font size, I'll change it to 18. We have font family and you can choose whatever font family you want. I'm good with this one. We have tab size and more options, so I'll finally change the tab size to 2. And I think that's all I want to change right now. Let's turn word wrap on, and yeah, that's it. And you can just click outside and it will save everything. Now you can also search for the settings you want. So if I search for font, you will see all the settings related to font. Then you can change anything you want. We have font family, font ligature, font size, and you can explore them if you want. We have font weight and everything. You can also search for different things, like let's search for zoom level. And you can see right now our zoom level is 1. But if I make it 0, you will see our window size has decreased. If I change it to 2, our window size has increased. And you can also do this using the shortcut, that is Control plus and Control minus. So if I press Control minus on my keyboard, the size will decrease and it will increase with Control plus. And you can explore the specific settings like we have for CSS, HTML, JSON, Markdown and all that. We have for terminal, and basically you'll use this search bar to search for the settings you want. So I'll show you once again. So if I want to change the font size of my VS Code, I'll search for font and maybe font size. You can see we have this option right here, and that's how you change the settings in VS Code. Now that's not it, we are going to cover a few more things. So let's see. Next I'm going to show you the themes in VS Code. So if you go here and click on this color theme option, you will basically see the list of all the themes that you have, and you can use the up and down arrow to preview the themes. So if I move up, you can see these two themes are basically a lot similar. If I move my arrow, you can see the Kimby dark one looks like this. Then the next one, Monakai, if I pronounce it right, we have Monakai dimmed, we have red one, and we have this dark one. We also have light options, you can see, but nobody uses light options in VS Code. So I'll just move to the default dark one. And we can also install custom themes from this extensions. So there are a lot of themes. So if I search for Adam dark one, you can see we have this theme and we can just install it. And you can see our theme has changed. But right now I will uninstall it, and all these extensions we are going to take a look at in the next video and how we can customize or use them. So I'll just move to the dark default theme right now. And one thing I will like to mention is that all these settings that we have, they are stored in a JSON file. And don't have much idea about JSON file, let me show you how they look like. So you can go to this top right option, and here you'll have open settings in JSON. So if you click on this, you will see all the settings that you have saved, and this is what a JSON file looks like. We have key and key value pairs, and they are wrapped inside this double quotes, and that's how a JSON file looks like. So you can see all the things that we have saved. So if I change my zoom level from 1 to 2 here, you will see the zoom level has increased. So basically all the things that we change in this settings via this GUI, it is stored in a JSON file right here. So you can also change the settings right from here. If I make it after, instead of after delay, we can turn it off, we can turn it on right from here. You can also see the theme that we have. So let's move it to after delay and save it. Now the next thing we're going to take a look at is command palette. So let me just close this extensions tab. So we have a bit more space, and I'll close the settings. Now to open the command palette, you can either use the shortcut, which is Control, Shift and P, or you can use this again, this manage icon, and at the top you have this command palette. And command palette is basically the most powerful and most used thing in VS Code apart from the extensions. So you can enter any command here and it will do whatever you want. So you can, let's say we say open settings, and we have all these options: open settings UI, open user settings, open settings JSON. So let's press enter on this one. You can see we have our settings open. Let me open the command palette once again. The shortcut was Control Shift P. So you can enter anything you want. You can create a new folder from here, new file. You can change the themes from here. You can see we have color theme, file icon theme. So basically whatever you do on VS Code by using your mouse or your keyboards, you can just do that using command palette in VS Code. Now let's take a look at something different. And in the command palette, I will search for Zen mode. And you can see we have this option here, toggle Zen mode. So if I click on it, you will see that all the sidebars and top bars have disappeared. So it basically helps you to focus on the file that you are currently working on, and it closes all the discussions that you have, and you can just undo it using the shortcut F11. And if I want to show you again, I can just open the command palette. Let's open it from here right now. Again, I will click on this toggle Zen mode. You can see we have only this window right now. All the distractions have been closed. Let's move back using F11. Now the final thing in this video that we're going to take a look at is the screencast mode. So let's open the command palette once again. And now let's look for screencast mode. And you can see we have this toggle screencast mode option. And if I click on this one, you won't see any change. But if I move my cursor and click somewhere, you can see we have this red little circle that points to where I have clicked. And this toggle screencast mode helps a lot during recordings and if you are showing someone your screen. So basically, wherever you click, it shows the user where you are clicking, and not just this. If I press any key, so I was saying the shortcut for command palette is Control Shift P. And how you can verify that? Let me open the command palette from my keyboard right now. So I'm going to press Control Shift and P. So did you saw what we did? This toggle screencast mode allows the user to see the key that I am pressing. So if I press A, B, C, you can see whatever key I'm pressing. If I press enter, if I press space, if I press 1, 2, 3. So that's why it is super helpful, especially in recording or if you're sharing your screen with someone. And you can turn it off again by opening the command palette, Control Shift P, and clicking on it again. And now if I click or if I type something, you won't see those options. And that's why screencast mode is also very popular, especially for recording. So maybe in one of the few videos ahead, I will keep it on just so you can see what I'm typing on my screen. Now that was all for this video. In this video, we took a look at the settings of VS Code and how you can change them. Then we took a look at the most powerful tool in VS Code, which is command palette, and how you can open it. Again, let me show you. this is our command palette and you can basically write any command here. Then we took a look at the Zen mode, which helps you to focus on one file only. And then finally, we took a look at the toggle screencast mode, which is super useful for recording or sharing your screen. So in the next video, we're going to cover all the extensions that you might want to have installed. And please save this playlist and subscribe to the channel to be alerted for the next video. That's all it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.